So what's up YouTube, it's your boy Dangane once again. I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to do our weekly Forex market analysis. As usual, we start with the Forex Factory news release. Just to check the upcoming news release that might impact the market movement. So as you can see here, Monday, July 31. We only have Chinese news, which is a high medium impact, high impact news. And okay, so we leave that one out. We don't trade Chinese yen. Chinese pay. So let's move on. At 11 a.m. we have Euro. 11 a.m. we have Euro. CPI flash estimate. Core CPI flash estimate. So let's move on. Okay, Tuesday, August Tuesday, the first. So we have AUD news. Case right at 6:30 a.m. We also have AUD RBA rate statement. So at the 4 p.m. we have USD news, ISM manufacturing PMI, we have jobs opening, we have ISM manufacturing prices. So that's all. That's all we have on Tuesday. On Wednesday, August the 2nd, we have NZD news at 12:45 a.m. Employment change, unemployment rate. And in August again, we have at 2:15 p.m. we have USD ADP non-farm employment change. Let's go on August the 3rd. On Thursday, we have AUD news at 3:30 a.m. Trade balance. We also have at 8:30 Swiss franc CPI. Let's move on. The whole day on Thursday, we have tentative all OPEC JMMC meetings. This one, it will affect all the currency pairs. So at 1 p.m., we have GBP news, Bank of England monetary policy report. We also have MPC official bank rate votes. We also have monetary policy summary. We have official bank rate. Bank of England Gov Bailey speaks. At 2:30 p.m. we have USD news, unemployment claims. At the 3:45 at 4 p.m. we have USD news, ISM services PMI. And on Friday we have AUD news at 3:30 a.m. LBA monetary policy statements. At 2:30 p.m. we have CAD news. We have CAD news at 2:30 p.m. Employment change, CAD unemployment rate, US dollar average hourly earnings, USD non-farm employment change, USD unemployment rate. We also at 4 p.m. we have CAD Ivory PMI. So that's all we have on the Forex Factory calendar, guys, as you can see. So now let's get into the chart and do our technical analysis on the charts. Usual, we start with the DXY, the dollar index analysis, to see how the DXY is moving. So as you can see here, we are on the daily time frames. You can already see that, okay, we already tapped into this supply zone, which is here. We broke structure and then we went up to tap into the supply zone. Now we expect a drop now to the downside. So whether it will happen on Monday or Tuesday, for you is just to be patient. For you is just to be patient. Be patient, watch the price, see what is happening there, check the candlestick patterns at those zones and enter depending on what you see on the charts, depending on what you see happening at that zone. So as you can see on DXY guys, we are on a daily, we are in a downtrend. On H4, we are making higher, 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 low, higher, higher. So this is our last higher, higher, higher. Price can either go up and grab liquidity at this last higher and we sell, or it can just go down and then we sell. So that's my view on DXY guys. The thing is already clear, the market is already clear as you can see here. So we are expecting the DXY to drop further down. So okay, now let's look at Euro USD. Okay, now looking at Euro USD, as you can see, we are on H4. We had a break of structure. Price is already tapped into this demand zone. So now we are expecting Euro US dollar to move up. So to move up, but price has to tap into this demand zone that we draw here, and then we buy. We're targeting this. So we are in an uptrend here. So in a pullback, we have been in a pullback, which is a downtrend on the lower time frames, but we are now expecting for the market to go up. So that's my view on US dollar, guys. That's my view on US dollar. I don't have too much. The market is quite clear. Price is coming from this demand zone. We have a change. We have a shift on the lower time frames. Here is the shift which came from. We have change of character here on the lower time frames. If you go on H1 or M30 or M15. So I'm just waiting for price to come back at this demand zone and then I buy on Monday or on Tuesday. So that's my view on Euro USD. Now let's look at GBP USD. Now looking at GBP USD, I can see the same thing happening here because as you can see, I had actually had a loss here. I entered a buy here the other day and my stop loss was just below this zone and then I took a loss. I thought maybe okay with a change of character here. So this was a fake choke. So for me now, I'm just price is already at this demand. Price is already at this demand, so I'm just waiting for price to come back at this demand zone on the lower time frames, and then I buy. We're targeting this higher. So as you can see, we are in an uptrend. If the DXY is selling, expect uh, GBP USD to buy and Euro USD to buy. So that's my view on GBP USD, guys. So now let's look at USD dollar card. Let's look at US dollar card. Okay, now looking at US dollar card, as you can see, we are in a downtrend. Let me just go on a higher time frame, which is a daily. So my higher time frame is daily and weekly, and I look to enter on H4 or H1. So as you can see, we broke structure to the downside. Now we are in a pullback. We pulled back into this demand zone and then we sold. We broke this low. Now we pulled back again. We are waiting for price to pull back at this demand zone now. There is a demand zone that I draw up here. This is a demand zone. I mean, this is a supply zone that I draw up here. So I'm just waiting for price to come at this demand, at this supply zone, and then I sell, targeting this low here. So this is low. A 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 risk reward ratio is what I'm looking for. So let's go to the H4. As you can see on H4, I'm just waiting for price to come back at this supply zone and then I sell. So that's my view on a US dollar card. There is nothing to worry about because the price is already in the downtrend. So there are only a few things that you have to consider here. Now, for you is just to check what price is going to do, what reaction are we going to get at this supply zone, and you should trade based on what reaction you get at that zone, at that supply zone. So that's my view on USD card. Now let's look at USD JPY. Okay, now looking at USD JPY, we let me just go check on daily. On daily, we had a change of character on daily, as you can see. Change of character, and then we filled this imbalance. We went down, went up again. So for now, I'm waiting for the US dollar JPY to drop further down, because we already had a confirmed change of character here. So I'm just checking now what is happening here. Is price going to break this last high to grab liquidity and it can sell, or how? So that's what I'm waiting now at this. So I'm just waiting for either price to go up, break that last higher, and then it can drop. So that's what I'm expecting now on USD JPY, as you can see. So I'm just waiting to see what is happening there on in that zone that I draw. So price has a possibility of going higher. As you can see, price has a possibility of going higher to grab liquidity, and then it sells. So we also have a double top, which is here. We have a double top, which is here, which is regarded as liquidity. There is liquidity here to be taken. If price goes higher, we are expecting liquidity to be taken there, and then we sell. We sell where? Here, above these two double top. So let's continue, guys. That's all I have on USD JPY. Now let's look at USD HF. Okay, looking at USD HF, as you can see on the daily, we broke structure to the downside. As you can see, we are breaking structure to the downside, guys. As you can see, we are making lower low, lower high, lower low. We are expecting a potential uh, lower high. So we don't know where that lower high will be, but we have certain criteria that we draw when we are drawing our supply and demand zones. We follow our criteria. There are criteria that you have to follow if you are drawing supply and demand zones. So now I draw my two demand zones, I mean supply zones here. This is the first one, and this is our extreme one. So if price comes back and give us a bearish reaction at that zone, at our first supply, and then we enter a sell. So as you can see, guys, I'm just interested in a sell once price comes here. I don't care what is happening on the lower time frames here. So that's all I have on USD CHF. As you can see, on H4 we are also bearish. So I'm just waiting. I'm only interested once price comes at this supply zone. So okay, now let's go to Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin, as you can see on a higher time frames, we are bullish, guys. We are bullish, but we are in a pullback now. We are in a pullback. So I'm just waiting for price. I'm only interested in a buy once price comes at this uh, demand zone. Once price comes at this demand zone and it gives us a bullish signal at that zone, at that demand zone, I enter a buy aggressively, or I will wait. I will switch to H4 or H1 to see a change of character happening at it, those who are lower time frames, and I wait for price to pull back, and then I end up with a confirmation entry. So there are two entries that I focus on. So there is a confirmation entry and there is an aggressive entry. So it's up to me now to check, okay, which one is more, okay, which one is more safer. But the safest one is a confirmation entry for the beginners. But the professional traders, we enter aggressively. We just wait for a candlestick pattern to happen at that zone and then we buy or we sell. So for you beginners traders, wait for a confirmation entry. A confirmation entry is like, okay, in our SMC, we wait for a change of character to happen. Okay, the first thing that is happening is, okay, we see a break of structure. There must be a break of structure, and then after a break of structure, you wait for price to what? To pull back at that certain zone, and then you switch on a lower time frames, M15, M30, M1, H1, H4. You wait for a change of character. After a change of character, you wait for price to pull back, and after pull back, you buy. That is a confirmation entry. So if you want to know more about confirmation entry and aggressive entry, I have a video on my channel, guys. Just check on my channel there. There's a video about entry confirmation entry and the aggressive entry. So that's my view on Bitcoin, guys. That's my view on Bitcoin. Guys, if you find anything, if you find any value in this video, hit a like button for me, guys. Hmm? That will motivate me to keep creating this content for you. So I don't sell anything in the forex industry, in the forex space. I do not do mentorship. I don't sell courses. I don't sell signals. My Telegram group is for free, guys. You don't have to pay anything to be part of it. So I drop all the setups that I take weekly or monthly. I drop them in that group. It's for free. You don't have to pay anything. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you have any certain pairs that you are looking at, but you say that, okay, we didn't include it in the our weekly forex market analysis. So drop it in the comment section so that next time when I make a video, I'll include it. So let's go to gold. Let's look at gold. Let's look at gold now. As you can see on gold, we had a change of character here. This is the change of character. So now we are in a pullback now. So I'm just waiting for price to pull back at where? To pull back at this demand zone that I draw here. So let me just switch on H4. On H4, as you can see, we had a change of character on H4. So on H4, as you know, gold is highly volatile. So I'm waiting for just, okay, I'll just enter a sell once price comes at this supply zone, and then I enter a sell targeting, we're targeting into this demand zone. This is our bigger demand zone. I'm willing to buy here when price gets to this place, to this zone. So we had a change of character already. As you can see, I'm just waiting for price to pull back and then we sell here, targeting this demand zone. That is where I'm going to buy gold uh, long term. So that's my view on USD, on gold. That's my view on gold. So let's move on to GBP JPY. Okay, now looking at GBP JPY, guys, as you can see, we had our break of structure now. So I think there was news. As you can see, those drop. I think there was news here. That's why you see that massive drop. So This is our break of structure. This is our break of structure, guys. Pause. This is our boss. Now price is already at a supply zone. Now for now is to wait and check what is happening there. So for us it's just to switch on lower time frames and see what is happening. If we see a change of character on a lower time frames, let me say M15. M15 must align with a higher time frame, which is downtrend for now. If price make a change of character on M15 or M30 or H1, then I will enter a sell, targeting where? Targeting this low. So I will just enter a sell depending on what is happening on a lower time frame. So I will just put my stop loss somewhere up here, and then I will target what? I will target this low. So I will target this low. A 1 to 6 risk reward ratio is possible here with SMC. So now let's look at NAS. Let's look at NAS. Nasdaq, as you can see, we are bullish. We are bullish. So I'm just waiting for price to do things. If price breaks up to the upside, I'm waiting for price to come back to the test at this demand zone, and then I buy. So if price drops lower, for price to come back. If price comes back and tap into this demand zone here on a lower time frames, let me say not on a lower time frame, but on H4. If price comes back at this demand zone, and then we enter a buy here. We enter a buy here. So if price breaks structure to the upside, we wait for a pullback and then we enter a buy. So that's my view on Nasdaq. Now let's look at US30. Now looking at US30 is the same thing. If price could pull back, if price pull back here at this demand zone, and then we enter a buy. So that's my view on US30. So I don't have too much on US30. So I'm just trying to make the video short. So as you can see, we are in an uptrend. So our last break of structure was here. This is our first break of structure. This is our first break of structure. Not first, but our second break of structure. Our first break of structure is here. Second break of structure, third break of structure. This is our last break of structure. So we already tap into this demand zone on H4, and then we are now reacting. Price is now reacting at this demand zone. So I'm waiting for a second pullback. If it doesn't pull back, if it breaks structure to the upside, as I said on NAS, if it breaks structure to the upside, so I will just wait for what? I will just wait. If price just opens Monday and it breaks structure to the upside, I will wait for a pullback into the same zone, and then I enter a buy. So that's my view on US30. So guys, like the video, share the video, comment down below if you have any setup that you are looking at but you want us to look at it, or if you have any certain pair that you are looking at that you like, that you trade, but you want us to cover it in our next video. Comment down below. Join our free Telegram. It's for free. You don't have to pay anything to be part of the group. So it's where I drop my setups every day. Every setup that I take, I drop it in that Telegram group. So guys, thanks for watching. Bye.